Today, I'll be showing you how to make homemade soft pretzels with an incredible nacho cheese dip that will have your mouth watering. They are the perfect finger food to serve as a party appetizer, or you can enjoy them as a snack at any time. All you really need are some pantry staples, yeast, baking soda, and cheddar cheese to make this. Welcome back, my name is Daniel, here to show you simplified recipes that are easy to follow using common ingredients. If you're new to this channel, remember to hit subscribe and the notification bell for more delicious recipes that your friends and family will love. Now let's get started on these soft pretzels with nacho cheese dip. Start by measuring out 3/4 of a cup of lukewarm water and dissolving 2 teaspoons of brown sugar by stirring it in. Then, stir in 1 teaspoon of instant or active dry yeast to dissolve, and then set it aside for at least 5 minutes to proof. Measure out 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and add 3/4 of a teaspoon of table salt. Mix that all together well. When you see bubbles or foam in your yeast water, that means it's alive and activated. Pour it into the flour. Then add 1 tablespoon of melted butter and stir everything together until a shaggy dough begins to form. You can substitute in vegetable oil instead of the butter if you wish. Bring the dough together with your hands until the water has all been absorbed by the dough, which will probably be quite sticky. This kneading process is also very similar to my pizza dough and cinnamon roll recipe, which you should also go check out. Continue to knead the dough by pushing and folding like you see here until it is elastic and smooth. Add some more flour in, a tablespoon at a time up to about 1/4 cup if needed. It shouldn't be overly sticky, just a little tacky to the touch. Oil the bowl and the dough so it doesn't stick later. Then cover it and leave it in a warm area to rise for at least an hour or until it's doubled in size. When the dough has just about risen, pour 2 cups of water into a pot and stir in 2 tablespoons of baking soda to dissolve, and bring this to a gentle simmer. You essentially want 1 tablespoon per cup of water for the baking soda water bath. Going back to the dough, it has puffed up beautifully. Punch the dough down to knock out the air bubbles and plop it down on a lightly floured surface so it doesn't stick. Form the dough into a log shape and divide it into 6 to 8 pieces for your pretzels. Try to get them even, but don't stress about it. They don't have to be perfectly exact. Wrap each dough in on itself a few times to form a nice ball. Now to make the pretzels. Roll the ball of dough out into a long rope like you see here, and stretching it out by slapping it on the surface several times as you go along. Form a U shape like so, cross the ends twice, then fold the ends down and pinch them to seal into the pretzel shape. Repeat this for all the dough. I'll show it to you again. Roll the dough into a rope, form a U, cross the ends, then cross it again, and then fold it down and pinch it to seal. It should look like this. Remember to preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Your baking soda water bath should be simmering by now. Have your pretzels ready to go and a timer handy. Make sure the ends are pinched down and sealed tight or it will unfold when it hits the water. Place each pretzel, one at a time, into the water bath for 30 seconds. Fully submerge the pretzel and using a slotted spoon or spatula, drain it and place it on a greased, parchment-lined baking sheet. This gives the pretzels its classic flavor and a beautiful golden brown crust on the outside. Traditionally, lye water is used here, but baking soda is more accessible to most people. Salt the pretzels while they are still wet and sprinkle some sesame seeds on top. You could also brush it with melted butter or roll it in cinnamon sugar depending on what kind of pretzels you want to make. Now they're ready to go into the oven. Bake them at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for between 12 to 15 minutes until your desired color. In the meantime, we'll make the nacho cheese dip. Melt 1 tablespoon of butter in a saucepan over medium to medium-high heat. Then, add 1 tablespoon of flour and stir it together for about a minute or so. We're cooking out the raw flour and essentially making a roux. Add half a cup of milk to this and let it come to a simmer while constantly stirring. When it thickens up like you see here, remove it from heat. Grate half a cup of cheddar cheese and add that into the sauce. Stir the cheese in to melt and it should look smooth and creamy like so. Remember to season it with salt and pepper to taste and a teaspoon of chili powder, which is optional. Stir to combine and you have a delicious nacho cheese dip ready to go. The pretzels should be done baking. Mine took about 13 minutes here. Let it cool for a few minutes before digging in. It's best served warm and don't forget about that nacho cheese dip on the side. And there you have it, the most delicious soft pretzels with an amazing cheese dip that everyone will love. These can also be made sweet by rolling the pretzels in some cinnamon sugar. They have a beautiful golden brown crust on the outside with an incredibly soft inside that pretzels are known for. You'll never have to buy them at the food stand or bakery again. Hope you enjoy! Alright everyone, it is time for the taste test. Now you can probably already see I already took a nibble at it because I had the cheese dripping everywhere if I didn't. But I haven't tasted it without the cheese sauce yet, so I'm just going to take a bite out of this without the cheese sauce first. They're so soft inside. It's got that nice salty crust on the top. That sesame flavor is really coming through. And now I'm gonna take a bite with the cheese sauce. This is such an amazing cheese sauce as well. Here we go. I know I said chili powder was optional, but don't leave it out. Like seriously, it's good. And of course, if you want it spicier, use some cayenne. Jalapenos would be great in here, but it really does well with a little bit of heat. This dip, it's not just for pretzels, it's for a lot of different things, but it goes really well with the pretzels. It's really, really good. These pretzels are so soft and fluffy inside, and it's just a perfect contrast to that kind of crisp crust exterior. And I have to tell you, I had so much fun rolling out the pretzels. It was probably one of my favorite things to do when making bread. It's just to roll out the pretzel dough and then just kind of twist it around. It was really fun. And this recipe is so easy to make, but so delicious. You're gonna love them, and I also guarantee that your friends and family are gonna absolutely love them as well. And as always, if you like this recipe, give me a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below how you like to eat your pretzels. Do you like them sweet or savory? And remember to hit subscribe and the notification bell for more delicious recipes. I will see everyone soon. Till next time, bye everyone.